Water. You think it would be simple. You go to the faucet or you buy a bottle. But once it wasn't like this. In the spring house in the city of David, they've been digging for 15 years and there are still new discoveries all the time. It's time we went to see what they're about.
We are in the Kidron Valley, east of the city of David, which is to this side of us, uphill. Just behind you is where the spring emanates from the ground. That's the spring identified with the biblical Gihon. And we are in the valley. And we see here parts of the fortifications and efforts the people in ancient times invested to secure their only source of water. So we have those fortifications created around very thick walls of 4.5 to 6 meters thick around the spring, which comes out from the ground constantly since what we call the Middle Bronze Age II, which is about the 18th, 17th centuries BC. This is 3,800, 3,700 years before present. Then we have here the exit, you see between these two gigantic walls, from an underground rock-cut tunnel which starts uphill. People could enter uphill within the boundaries of the city, into the underground, reach down with their empty buckets. So above this, people could throw their buckets and draw water just above this location. So this is the point where people and water met in ancient times, and nobody from the outside actually could had any access to the water because it was fortified and it was not available to outsiders. And in this way, people secured their water supply anytime.
I'm standing right now on top of the wall that they built around the spring. Now, watch this. It's all the way from the end of the stone, all the way to the end on that way. This is as thick as it gets, and it's this thick all the way through around the spring. It's unbelievable. Roni, I'd like to ask you a personal question. You, as an archaeologist, you've found amazing things in archaeologists can only imagine, fantasize about finding tunnels and water fountains. How does it feel?
Well, it's a good feeling. It's not the finding which counts here. I'm in the business here. I'm digging in Jerusalem since 1969, which is a long time. What makes my day is that when I find an answer or answers to questions, archaeological questions, historical questions, which fill in smaller or larger gaps or paint white patches in the map of knowledge of the history of Jerusalem, right? Not just to find beautiful objects to put in a vitrine in a museum. This is one thing, but just to add a new amount of knowledge to what we knew before and to make the picture more understandable. Then I've done my part, and then I'm happy.
As you can see, the discoveries in the city of David never end. We promise to keep you posted.